Today, GrateTV, who's got gas? Is the question.
Let's fire it up.
From the Birthplace of American BBQ, the show that is about a beer and length to drink. We're going to try and stick to that.
Oh, look at that! I got almost to the.
There we go.
Awesome.
It's from Dave J. Hey Jack, great show. Wish you guys could do GrateTV daily.
So do I.
I have a question. Yeah, it's mine. Right?
That's right.
I have a question about smokers, and I want some advice from a proven barbecue guru. Don't hit delete when you see this word, propane. Living where I do, the amount of time I have available daily, monitoring coals and temperatures would make smoking a weekend thing and not a daily thing. So I was curious about your take on propane smokers. So that basic question, what do you think about a propane smoker?
You know, I am a live fire cooking expert. That's how they bill me and everything that we do. And I enjoy cooking in a live fire, but live fire cooking is like a hobby to me. So we get out there in the morning time and we fire up the cooker and we get the wood burning and we try to get that cooker running just right. And that's part of the, I don't know, the attraction of live fire cooking is to be able to manipulate the fire and the fire box. But truth be told, most of the catering rigs that we have are gas-fired catering rigs, only because it's easy to go out while we're on site, turn on the propane burners, and let them manage the fire for us. So really all we're doing is we're creating the heat source, and the heat source is propane. Now one of my favorite cookers that I have is called the Big Jim Lazy Q. Comes out of Micanopy, Florida. Big Jim went and made it for me. And he has a high output burner inside of the tube, and then we put a cast iron frying pan on top of that. We load the cast iron frying pan full of wood chunks, and the wood chunks in there kind of smolder and burn to create the smoke within the environment itself. It makes an awesome product. We can't complain about the product. Most of the people who are involved in the caterers that we go to really can't discern a big difference between the two of them, and you'd almost have to be an expert to tell the difference.
I mean, there's charcoal snoots out there, basically.
Sure.
In fact, there's probably somebody out right now there's somebody that keeps going in and goes to some of our videos and finds the point where we start talking about gas and referencing gas, and then we show we're going to cook on it, and they always put in the comment like at 00:90 60 00:51 said propane. I'm done. Or something.
And that's okay. Most of the people, a majority of the people that we contend with on a regular basis, or the people that we enjoy working with, have, quite frankly, gas grills in their backyard. We're not, you know, we do our shtick on live fire. We do have our Waiboer Smoky Mountains and our Brinkmans and a lot of other things that we use, and I have 3 or 4 cookers in the backyard that are just strictly wood burning cookers. But when you really don't have the desire to go out there and, you know, tend to a fire, and that really is what it is, it's the desire to tend to fire, the propane smokers will make a great product. Is it the same? No, I'm not going to tell you that it's 100% the same. But is it a palatable product? Absolutely.
You get some good smoke flavor.
Yeah, you get your smoke flavor, you get your smoke ring out of it, you get everything you need, and you can get chores done during the day, and you can do a whole lot of other things rather than being a fire expert. So here's the take, Bill, really. If you like to tend to fire, and you like to go out there and manipulate fire, manipulate live fire, and it's part of what you like to do, then go out there and do it. I got no problem with it. But if eating the food is what you're into and you want to have a smoke roasted product, then by all means use the propane, add some smoke to smolder, and just go ahead and enjoy your dinner, because that's really what it's all about.
I'll add you one more thing. If you have a wood deck, if you don't have a place to do charcoal, you only have a wood deck, go with gas. Don't try and do charcoal on something.
Yeah, don't be stupid and fire up a charcoal cooker on a wood deck. That's just a good way to get the fire department to come by your house.
What about competition?
There are competitions out there that are wood only. You're not allowed to have propane in them at all. That would be something like the Kansas City Barbecue Society contest. You're not allowed to have any gas-fired cookers around there. You can light your fire with gas, but you can't actually use it as part of the cooking process. And then here in South Carolina, the South Carolina sanctioning organizations allow any heat source for making barbecue.
And a lot of people win with gas.
Absolutely. You know, it's all a matter of what you put in front of the judges and what the judges like there in that day. So it's quite simple, and we've done it regularly, done very well cooking with gas cookers in competition, and we've done very well cooking with all wood charcoal fire cookers too. So it's all a matter of what you like to do.
Check this out. It's called the Propane Gas Genie. I was mailed this. We'll show you what that's all about after we take a look at some great plates. Ready?
Great.
We've started getting a bunch of different products that people want us to check out. And this one's notable. We can't do all of them, but Trent Bartels has got this pit grill that he's trying to raise about $70,000 on Kickstarter. So I thought we'd show off a picture. If you want to find out about this thing, go to Kickstarter right now. By the time it takes too long, it'll be gone. But go and give him some money. See if he can develop that thing.
I took a look at that particular picture, and I think Trent ought to consider sending us a copy of that, or a piece of that product. I would love to test that.
Another great plate coming from Rob Metzger.
Hey, Rob.
In Coatesville, PA.
Oh, that's hometown for me. I'm from Downingtown, Rob.
He said, I'd figure I'd send in some more pictures of last night's cook. I spatchcocked the bird and turned the primo into a smoker oven and used the heat deflector, D-plates. Rubbed it down with a blend of store-bought and his own concoction of spices. Smoked the chicken for 45 minutes at 250 using cherry wood to throw on some smoke flavor. Then he kicked up the heat to 375 to finish the cook. I used the grill expanders to get the bird up in the dome to help crisp the skin. All caps, success.
Success, that's awesome. What a great looking picture that is. I just like the word spatchcock, Bill. It always makes me smile, kind of like the word marsupial makes me smile whenever I say it. Spatchcock's one of those words for me.
Over Easter, we did lamb, right?
We did.
Well, Sharif out of Richmond, Virginia sent over this great plate. Love that. I love the rusticness of the grill he's got going there. Wanted to send in a couple pictures from last weekend, he writes. It's a bone-in leg of lamb rubbed with, do you know what that is? Za'atar?
It looks like something, yeah.
I would say it's Zatarins, but I don't think so. I don't
think so. I think he's got a special spice in there that we don't know how to pronounce or say.
All right, Sharif, send us what Za'atar is. And Za'atar and olive oil and cooked over a wood fire. So it turned out great.
It looks great. So send us along some of the leg
perfect
lamb
great
too.
plate. That's what we're looking for.
Here's
another one. Patrick J. Kearney. Patrick, we appreciate you sending it in. It's one he did for St. Patrick's Day. His version of corned beef on the Traeger smoker, along with some cornbread made in a cast iron skillet.
Patrick sends in a picture of St. Patrick's Day of corned beef and cornbread made in a skillet. That's fantastic, right?
Whenever you try our stuff, we love that.
Without a doubt.
Here's another one. Rick is sending us this picture here. It's beef tenderloin from Skinny Rick's Barbecue, pre-St. Patrick's Day party. As Manny Gordon used to say, enjoy, enjoy.
Enjoy, enjoy. Thank you so much for sending in the great plates. We love them.
From the great outdoors of northeastern and central PA. As always, send in great plates. We love to get them at GrateTV.com, JackGrateTV.com, BillGrateTV.com. So this is called a propane gas genie.
So the idea behind the propane gas genie, this tells you when it's time to change out your tank. More times than not, even when I'm out there using my gas grill in the backyard, I'm cooking something and by golly, what happens? The tank runs out and then I'm stuck straight in the middle of a cook that I have to go change out my propane tank. Now I personally don't like to use Exchange. I think Exchange is more expensive heat source, so I like to go up to the local hardware store, to my propane dealer, and actually get the propane. But when you're in the middle of it, you're going to have to go and get your propane as quick as you can.
It actually caught us today before the shot.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So basically what this does is it tells you well ahead of time whether or not you need to change out your tank. It's really simple. It operates on a heat sensor. You attach the propane genie, gas genie right here towards the bottom of the tank. It's magnetic. It senses the temperature change in the walls of the cylinder. Gas, as it exchanges out of the tank through the nozzle, makes cold. So and I know you can, when you use your propane, if you use it a lot, you can actually watch the cold level go down. Well, this particular piece right here will sense when it gets cold down towards the bottom, and it'll make an alarm telling you that, hey, your propane's getting low, you may want to take a look at it. Just a little something, can't be more than what, $20
you can't really
probably.
picture what it is, but that's what it is. Well made. Propane gas genie, and that's all we got for today for GrateTV.
Hey, buy local, think global, stay sustainable, and every chance you get, hug your mama.